जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदना ब्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदना ब्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी जयो राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जयो राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदना ब्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदना ब्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जयो राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जयो राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी यशोदानंदना ब्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदना ब्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी जयो राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Naranam Namaskritya.
Narantaiva Narottamam.
Naratyeva Narottamam.
Devim Sarasatim Vyasam.
Devi Saraswati Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudhiraye.
Tato Jayam Dira.
Nashta Prayasha Bhadreshu.
Nasta Prayesu Bhadresu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Bhagavati
श्लोके
Uttamashloke.
Tera Bhavati Naishtiki.
भक्तिर्भवति
Bhagavati
नैष्टिकी
Bhavati Naistiki.
Hmm?
23 Prabhuji, 23.
22 भी कल कर दिया था क्या? Okay, this we did. Pishanganivim sushonim.
विशङ्कनीं
Vishankanim
सुष्ठोनीं
Shronim.
Pishanganivim sushonim.
विशङ्कनीं सुष्ठोनीं
Shyamam Kanakamekhalam.
Shamaham
Shyamam
कनकमेखलां
Kanakamekhalaam.
Shyamam Kanakamekhalam.
Shamaham
श्यामां
Shyamam
कनकमेखलां
Kanakamekhalaam.
Advyam Kvanabhyam Chalantim.
पद्भ्यां
Padvyam
पद्भ्यां
Parnadabhyam
चलन्तीं
Chalanti.
Padbhyam Kvanabhyam Chalantim.
पद्भ्यां क्वनद्भ्यां
Parnadabhyam
चलन्तीं
Chalanti.
Nupurairdevataamiva.
नूपुरे
Purai
देवताः
Devatamiva.
Nupurairdevataamiva.
नूपुरे देवतामिव
Devatamiva.
Vishanganivim Shushonim.
Vishanganim
सुष्ठुनीं
Sushronim.
Vishanganivim Shushonim.
विशङ्कनीविं सुष्ठोनीं
Shyamam Kanakamekhalam.
श्यामां कनकमेखलां
Padvyam Kvanabhyam Chalantim.
पद्भ्यां पद्भ्यां चलन्तीं
Purairdevataamiva.
नूपुरे देवतामिव
Purairdevataamiva.
नूपुरे देवतामिव
Shanganivim Shushonim.
Vishankanim Shushronim
Shyamam Kanakamekhalam.
श्यामां कनकमेखलां
Padvyam Kvanabhyam Chalantim.
पद्भ्यां पुनद्भ्यां चलन्तीं
Am Kvanabhyam Chalantim.
पद्भ्यां पुनद्भ्यां चलन्तीं
Devataamiva.
नूपुरे
Devatamiva.
Shanganivim Shushonim.
Vishankanim Shushronim
Shyamam Kanakamekhalam.
Shamam Kanakamekhalaam
Padabhyam Kvanabhyam Chalantim.
पद्भ्यां
Padvyam
पुनद्भ्यां
Parnadabhyam
चलन्तीं
Chalanti.
Nupurairdevataamiva.
नूपुरे
Nupure
देवतामिव
Devatamiva.
Sanganivim Shushonim.
Vishankanim Shushronim
Mam Kanakamekhalam.
Shamam Kanakamekhalaam
Kanakamekhalaam.
Padabhyam Kvanabhyam Chalantim.
पद्भ्यां
Parnadabhyam
पुनद्भ्यां चलन्तीं
Chalanti.
Nupurairdevataamiva.
नूपुरे देवतामिव
श्यामां कनकमेखलां पदभ्यां
You try HDMI 1 to HDMI 2. We'll get one small HDMI to test. Pishanga, yellow. Nivim, garment. Sushronim, beautiful waist. Shyamam, blackish. Kanaka, golden. Mekalam, belt. Padabhyam, with the feet. Vanabdabhyam, tinkling. Chalatim, walking. Nupurai, with ankles. Devatam, a denizen of the heavens. Eva, light. The waist and the hip of the woman are very beautiful. She was dressed in a yellow sari with a golden belt. While she walked, her ankle bells rang. She appeared exactly like the denizens of the heaven. The waist and hip of the woman were very beautiful.
The waist and hips of the woman are very beautiful.
She was dressed in a yellow sari
She was dressed in a yellow sari
with a golden belt.
with a golden belt.
While she walked,
While she walked,
her ankle bells rang.
her ankle bells rang.
She appeared
She appeared
exactly like a denizen
like a denizen of the heaven.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. This verse expresses the joyfulness of the mind upon seeing a woman with raised hips and breasts, dressed in an attractive sari and bedecked with ornaments.
Stano vyanjita kaishorho samavrittau nirantaro
Samavritto nirantaro
vastratena niguhantim
Vastratena hanti
aya gajagamini.
Gajagamini.
With the end of the sari, the woman was trying to cover her breasts, which were equally round and when placed side by side. She again and again tried to cover them out of shyness while she walked exactly like a great elephant.
Purport. The two breasts represent attachment and envy. The symptoms of raga and dvesha, attachment and envy, are described in Bhagavad Gita 3.34. Indriyasyarthe ragadvesho vyavasthitho tayorna vasham agachet tyauha asya paripantino. Attraction and repulsion for sense objects are felt by embodied bodies, but one should not fall under the control of senses and sense object because they are stumbling blocks on the path of self-realization. These representatives of attachment and envy are very much unfavorable for advancement in spiritual life. One should not be attracted by the breast of young women. The great saint Shankaracharya has described the breast of women, especially young women, as nothing but a combination of muscles and blood. So, one should not be attracted by the illusory energy of the raised breast with nipples. They are agents of Maya meant to victimize the opposite sex. Because the breasts are equally attractive, they are described as samavritta. A sex impulse remains in an old man's heart also, even up to the point of death. To be rid of such agitation, one must be very much advanced in spiritual consciousness, like Yamunacharya, who said, Yad avadhim Yad avadi mama cheta Krishna padaravinde nava nava rasadhamanya udatyam rantamasi tad avadhi batanari sangame smaranamane bhavati mukha vikara sushtu nishtivanam cha. Since I have been engaged in the transcendental loving service of Krishna, realizing ever new pleasure in him. Whenever I think of sex pleasure, I spit at the thought, and my lips curl with distaste. When one is spiritually advanced, he can no longer be attracted by the lumps of flesh and blood which are the breast of young women. The word Nirantarao is significant because although the breasts are situated in different locations, the action is the same. We should not make any distinction between attachment and envy. As described in Bhagavad Gita, they are both products of Rajoguna. Kama Esha Krodha Esha Rajoguna Samudbhavaha. The word niguhantim, trying to cover, indicates that even if one is tainted by kama, lobha, krodha, etc., they are being they can be transfigured by Krishna consciousness. In other words, one can utilize kama, lust for serving Krishna. Being impelled by lust, an ordinary worker will work very hard day and night. Similarly, a devotee can work hard day and night to satisfy Krishna. Just as karmis are working hard to satisfy kama, krodha, the devotee should work in the same way to satisfy Krishna. Similarly, krodha, anger, can also be used in the service of Krishna when it is applied to the non-devotee demons. Hanumanji applied his anger in this way. He was a great devotee of Lord Ramachandra and he utilized his anger to set fire to kingdom of Ravana, a non-devotee demon. Thus, kama, lust, can be utilized to satisfy Krishna and krodha, anger, can be utilized to punish the demons. When both are used for Krishna's service, they lose their material significance and become spiritually important. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sano Vanjita Kaishorho
तनो व्यञ्जीत कैशरो
Tamavrittau Nirantaro
समावृत्तो निरन्तरो
Visrante no Niguhantim
वस्त्रेण निगोहन्ति
Hridaya Gajagamini.
मृडया गजगामिनी.
With the end of the sari, the woman is trying to cover her breasts, which are equally round and well placed side by side. Again and again, tried to cover them out of shyness while she walked exactly like a great elephant. Hare Krishna. So now this is the condition of a conditioned soul. Bhagavatam lays to bear the real truth of material existence. We say the naked truth of material existence. Not that it is trying to hide. Straight away, it is attacking our mentality and trying to recover us from the trap of Maya. Correct? We are all trapped by Maya. In the daldal, we are quicksand, we are stuck, and Bhagavatam is exposing the reality. This is the reality, sir. Okay. So we can appreciate this situation. For those, I had heard from some of my friends that time is very limited. Everybody, all of you are busy, so 8:15 by the time I'll start the class, and 8:45 I'll finish. Okay? So then we can have one kirtan on the topic today, and then if there are any questions after that, okay? So then You can plan yourself daily accordingly now. So now, this is Shankaracharya's statement that the body is just a combination of muscle, blood. Somehow, it is just like when we are suppose sleeping and we have a nice dream and somebody wakes you up, you say, yeah, let me sleep. Nice dream is going on. So somehow, we also don't want to be waken up out of this dream. चल रहा है, अच्छा है सपना. And you close eyes again. Just like somebody is sleeping but we are actually not understanding this, even this dreamful existence is not very pleasurable. It is very painful. We don't understand. We think this is wonderful. We think the material world is a place of great enjoyment. Even though Krishna gives a certificate, dukkhalem ashashvatam, this, even if you want to live in material existence, we should know the reality. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Arjuna, even if you think you are the body, suppose you have that philosophy, then just kill, no? The body means it's a bunch of chemical, what is there, then cut. Who cries when you are cutting vegetable? Nobody cries, so cut. Kill all these people here. What is that? If you think there is no soul, then you kill. Then what is that? He gives argument even from that perspective. So similarly, Krishna says, even if you want to do material existence, accept the reality, dukkhalem ashasha. This is a place which is full of pain and which is temporary. Our own body, which you look at it as the source of great pleasure, is actually giving us so much pain. We have to accept the reality. It is not some spiritual body. It is a yatana sharira, a kind of yatana sharira only. Real yatana sharira is given to us when you are taken to Narakaloka. That even though you are burnt, you are cut, so many things happen there, you don't die. That is one yatana sharira, real yatana. But this is also somewhat of a yatana sharira. Here also there is no pleasure. This also world is full of pain. But somehow in illusion, therefore, there is a description of the kind of pain we have. Adhyatmika klesha, adi bhautika klesha, adi devika klesha. Why? We don't find division of happiness here. Division of pains is there. Prabhupada says pure pain and mixed happiness. You get happiness, but it is not without anxiety. Some anxiety is there, so you cannot be really happy at any time. You can be really happy if you come to spiritual platform. Then your anxiety of material existence vanishes away. Then real happiness starts. But otherwise, the material world is actually, a devotee is feeling sad, seeing the pain that so many living entities are suffering. Shoche tato vimukha chetasa indriyartam maya sukhaya bharamudvato vimudan. So we should feel that. How people are actually suffering. They are not happy. There is no happiness in this world. First, we should be convinced, first be compassionate on yourself. They say charity begins at home. Compassion also begins at home. First be compassionate to yourself. What am I doing? I am suffering. So much I am suffering, birth after birth. Like Sanatana Goswami went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he asked two questions. Who am I and why I am suffering? Correct? You should be convinced you are suffering. See, a man, when he knows he is suffering, he wants a solution. If he thinks, that is why when you try to preach to people and they do not want to listen to first, I am very happy, or you shut up please. This is the first they retort. And then how you can preach? That famous joke, somebody told Srila Prabhupada, I was talking to one man, he said he's very happy and he's not scared of death. Prabhupada said, don't talk to him. So why? He's a madman. You cannot proceed. You cannot proceed with him. You can talk to reasonable people. Krishna has given this argument. Dukkhalem ashashvatam, but janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshani darshanam. He has given this in Bhagavad Gita. but it will strike any reasonable person. Actually, we are suffering. So we should first be convinced I am suffering, otherwise, how do you proceed? I give you the example, you go to a doctor, he says, how are you? I say, fine. The doctor says, get out. What do I do now? I cannot. Even if I give you free medicines, you will not eat because you feel you are healthy. What can be done? So first thing we should understand, I am suffering. That's why these two questions, who am I? And second thing, I am suffering. Then we can preach. Correct? He set the platform. See, Sanatana Goswami, as an Acharya, is setting the platform for Lord Chaitanya to preach to him. Correct? So we also want the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We also want the mercy of Lord Krishna, of the great Acharyas, of the saints. First thing, be convinced that you are suffering and convinced that you don't even know who you are. At least, I don't know. Okay, I may be the body, I may be the mind, I may be the soul, whatever it is, but I don't know who I am. And then secondly, be convinced you are suffering. But now I want a solution. And I do not know what is the solution. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jive Swarupaye Krishnere Nitya Das. The living entity, the very nature of living entity is Mukti Hitva Anatarupam Swarupena Bhavasiti. Liberation from all the suffering of the existence will come when you come to the Swarupa, our original identity. And then what is Swarupa? Jiva is a Swarupa, Krishna Nitya Das. The Swarupa of the living entity, he is the eternal servant of Krishna. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Jiva Krishna Das, E Vishwas, Kaletara Dukkha Nai. All dukkhas will vanish. So it is connected. But point is that we are, this is the stage actually of the great acharyas who are totally liberated from any pain of material existence. They are very blissful, like Prahlad Maharaj or the Pandavas, so many devotees. Externally looking, they have a lot of pain, but internally they are in bliss of Krishna consciousness. Material existence means they will be pain. So therefore Prabhupada says, don't think we are in material existence, you will always be happy. Externally at least, Prahlad Maharaj suffered so much, Pandava suffered so much, correct? But what is needed is internally. Suppose internally you are in very good consciousness, the external situation will not disturb you. Vyavarika level, yes, oh, kya ho raha hai, but internally, you are fully at peace. You are understanding the pleasant and unpleasant condition totally is under the control of Krishna. He is in control and he has given me this situation for my reformation, for my reflection, for my purification. He has given. So every moment, it may be good or bad, it's actually Shuddhikaran is going on, purification is going on. But if we can understand this principle, yes, Krishna is using me for my own purification, is creating whole situation in front of me in the day or in the night, then person becomes serious and he participates in the process. It's like when the barber is cutting your hair, you have to help little, please bend here, please bend here. So similarly, when Krishna is doing a purification, we can participate in it. And then it happens effectively and fast. Not that we start grumbling, don't do this, then what can he do? He cannot do. Please bend, I will not bend, don't do this. So similarly, we need lot of experiences for our purification. And if we give hand to Krishna, Krishna, feel free. Don't put any conditions. Don't do this, you can do whatever you like. This you don't do, this you don't do, all that. You are free, Krishna, what you want to do, and please make me a fit servant at your lotus feet. I am ready to participate in the whole process. I know, Krishna, you want to make me the pure devotee, and I am ready to participate. I give in writing, yes, Krishna, I am ready to participate in the process which will make me a pure devotee. And it's okay. And Krishna is, now the Bhagavatam is opening the reality. What is the condition of the people? Totally, when one Srila Prabhupada was sitting with the disciples, then he made his hand like this. And see this? You can see this bulge? The men are so mad after seeing this. And what is it anyway? A packet of stool and urine. Prabhupada is quoting the Shankaracharya statement. And he's also quoted the statement of Yamunacharya, Yadavadi Madhu Krishna Padara Vinde. That when I'm drinking the pleasure of service to Krishna, what happens to me? Now this Yamunacharya previously was a king. King means he is in, some devotees analyze this kind of statement comes at the level of bhava, because the memory is coming. At prema level, fully washed out. Correct? So he is getting the memory of his previous, because as a king, in previous time, kings will have unlimited number of queens and all pleasures like that. So he had all that. And now when he became a saint, sometimes even though he is purified, but sometimes that memory comes. And the memory is coming at that time, he says, I spit at that thought, Thu. Not easy. Not easy. And devotees were telling, in fact, Guru Maharaj said once Srila Prabhupada was taking a class, and the small room where window was there, actually spit out. So, not easy to spit. Yeah? Somebody shows to you a photo of you, you can't say that. It's very beautiful. You cannot say. So, actually, bhakti, pareshanubhava, virakti. Both should be there. We may say, I love Krishna, but the symptom of loving Krishna, we don't know, because that is inside your heart, no? Humko kya malum? But we can only see virakti, we can see. Virakti is detached from material endeavor. And that shows actually the person is fixed on Krishna's lotus feet. And if he continues like that, determined on that way, by the mercy of Guru, by mercy of Srila Prabhupada, the mercy of Vaishnavas, certainly one day he'll get Krishna's lotus feet shelter. But there if we are compromising, we are having privately, we are compromised. That is what the difficulty, that people are not in association. Okay? Therefore association is most important. It will protect you. Now suppose you are sitting with another devotee, okay? Okay? Now can you see the picture of a beautiful woman? Prabhu, what are you doing, Prabhu? Immediately he'll catch. Correct? Really caught. But when you're alone, that is the problem. Maya only attacks when you're alone. I remember when I joined the temple, the biggest my challenge used to be to keep the mind calm when I'm gone to the bathroom. That is the time you're taking shower, you're washing clothes, you're alone. That Maya attacks and mind will start harassing. Maya is looking for an opportunity to attack. Correct? So we have to be always in association. Okay? Keep chanting that time, hearing, have some whatever, hear some bhajan. Somehow keep always, otherwise, then what will happen if we are keeping compromise, then what happens generally, I have seen the devotees like that, they have to chant very loudly if they want to chant, because they cannot hear any chanting, they cannot concentrate, because suppose you are not, whole day you are engaged in this kind of weaknesses, allowing your mind, not strict, and allowing your mind to go into some unwanted thing. When it comes to the level of sadhana, at that time you cannot hear. And then I have seen they have to chant very loudly to hear the Mahamantra. You cannot. Because mind is blowing here and there. It's basically you are lighting fire and putting 10 buckets of water over it whole day. Correct? Many people do sadhana nicely, then whole day put 10 buckets of water, everything is gone. And next day they can't even, no interest to chant. And if they're trying to chant, so many unwanted things are coming which they're carrying from the day. So they have to struggle to chant their hours. But in case your whole day is also good, where you have, kept the senses away from sense objects, everybody knows the limit of his capacity, everybody should know. So not go beyond that capacity. And you can make mistake once, you should not make mistakes 2 times. Correct? Prabhupada says very nicely, you can convert matter to spirit to the level of your capacity. Correct? Not more than that. More than that, if you try, you will get crushed. Instead of Maya preaching you, instead of you preaching Maya, Maya will preach you. Correct? So we preach, we understand to the level of our capacity. We know our weaknesses and we keep the senses away from sense object to that degree. In advanced stages, the person becomes indifferent. Like you see, Narad Muni, he brought Kayadu to his house, in ashram, and he's preaching to her. You think Kayadu will not be beautiful? Must be the most beautiful woman in the universe at that time. Correct? Definitely. Hiranyakashipu was the sense gratifier, Mahabhogi. So he's not going to marry an ugly woman. He's very, very beautiful woman. Correct? But was he in interest? Nothing. Rather, he delivered Prahlad Maharaj sitting within the womb. Similarly, we have the Haridas Thakur. When the Mayadevi personally came to distract him, no use. He converted her itself. So, but he knows his capacity. He can do that. Narad Muni knows externally, Vyavarika level, the rules of sannyas ashram, women cannot be brought to an isolated place. But he doesn't have to follow. He knows his capacity. But what happens? We act like Paramahamsa, which we are not. Correct? Many times devotees are working in the night. I can work till 11 o'clock, I can work till 12 o'clock, I can work till 1 o'clock. Now I'll get up, 2 hours sleep and now I'll get up. The next day they get up 10 o'clock because that's their capacity. So we should be realistic and know what is my capacity. Correct? We should not be in illusion. We are very realistic where I am situated. Ramananda Raya, there was once what happened that there is one devotee came to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When he came to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, "Can you tell me something about Krishna?" He was a nice, pious person. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "What I know, I don't know anything. If something you want to learn, go to Ramananda Raya. He is a very great devotee." So Krishna sends to Guru. Guru takes to Krishna. So become sincere. Krishna will inspire people to come to you. Correct? Krishna is sitting in the heart as Chaitya Guru. When somebody is serious, Krishna directs him. Correct? Go there, he will help you. Therefore Prabhupada says, if you become sincere, people will come. Krishna will also direct them. And when they come, they will be spiritually nourished. Correct? But if we are not spiritually nourished, we are not following rules and regulations, then we will not be effective. People will come also, no use, we cannot benefit them. Shri Radha Govinda ki. So that is happening. Krishna is taking to Guru, Ramananda Raya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, go to Rama. So when to Ramananda Raya, that person, at the place of Ramananda Raya, said, it's very busy now. The servant said, it's very busy, you can wait here. He was waiting 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. He got tired of waiting. And then he could find a window from which you could see what is he doing actually. He was dressing 2 girls to dance for Jagannatha. And he was teaching them some dance drama to play in front of Jagannatha, for the pleasure of Jagannatha. He's training them. In that, he is bathing them, he is dressing them, putting decorations, everything. So he got very, ये इससे क्या मैं कृष्ण सीखेगा देखो बेशरम आदि लड़कियों का कपड़े पहना रहा है ये क्या है. So he came back to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu next day. He said, did you meet him? No, but he told all these things I saw. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, don't worry, his mind is like a wood. It cannot be shaken by these things. So you go again. So he went to Ramananda and said, I am very sorry. I was a little busy yesterday. But what can I do, sir? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told me that I should come to you to know about Krishna. And then Chaitanya Charitamrita says, in question and answer, he made a very interesting narration about Krishna Leela. And he was hearing from Ramananda Raya, an ocean of love of Krishna started shaking. Just imagine. And he was like, drowned in the love of Krishna. And he came up to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, what you have given great gift to me. I actually made a great saying. Whose heart is full of love of Krishna. So how can you know externally? A Vaishnava Kriya Mudra should not be seen externally. Because externally the same activity, our behavior is Atmad Manite Jagat. What we think the whole world is like me only. But everybody is not like you. Somebody will be less than you, somebody will be more than you. Correct? So how can he make judgment about somebody just by seeing an external behavior? How can he make a judgment? We cannot. We really do not know. True? Do we know really how the Ramana? We cannot make. But We'll make based on our own behavior. That is a very dangerous position. Vaishnava Kriya Mudra should not be therefore analyzed. That's what he was doing. So anyway, that's therefore when there was a situation that we have Parikshit Maharaj asking this question to Shukdev Goswami, that why did Krishna do this Leela, Ras Leela, all this kind of Leelas? Krishna is come to teach Dharma, Dharma Sansthapanarthaya, but he's doing adharmic activity, dancing with the other girls which are not married to him. So the first answer given by Shukdev Goswami is Tejiya Shamana Doshaha. Actually the answer is there. But don't put Krishna on your own level. He Tejiya Sham is a powerful personality. Na doshaha. He's not like you. Even Bhishma, when he was in the Rajsuya Yagna, when Shishupala was objecting, objecting to Krishna being elected as the head of the assembly. Agra Puja. First they wanted to elect. So at that time, they were getting ready to worship Krishna. Everybody said we should worship Krishna, who's worshipped by even Devatas. Sahadeva says that. And so many people came forward to worship Krishna. At that time, Shishupal said, oh, this man was dancing with the girls which are not married to him. So Bhishma says at that time, you may consider me like a brahmachari, great brahmachari, and honor me like that. But if I was dancing with those women at that time, my mind will be disturbed. But Krishna, my worshipable deity, his mind was not disturbed, not even slightly disturbed. So that is Tejiya Shamana Dosha. So don't put Krishna on your platform. Correct? That is our situation. So anyway, always understand this fact that Krishna and the great acharyas are beyond the influence of Maya. Then our prayers will start. Now common man, what happens by hearing all the nonsense serials and useless people, he develops doubt even by Krishna's character. Then what is the worship he will do? Then the worship will stop. Correct? Nowadays the world all people are practicing religion, it's only a thappa. That is called an external religion. They actually do not believe in it. More and more as the influence of Kali Yuga is going on, see, all the people are involved in watching whole day sense gratification. Correct? Previously used to be movies in the cinema hall, then came the movies on the laptop, and now it's short reels. Nothing but sense gratification. Whole day they are watching. Correct? Wherever you go, you are sitting on the bus or there, same the silly laughter, same the silly entertainment, same all the people are all the time doing. So when people are involved like that all around the world, external religions have become useless now. Everybody is doing that now. So whatever religions they have are gone. It's just external one drama. Maya has permeated everything. So people are, they say they are practicing, non-practicing religionists. And no religion teaches sense gratification. Correct? They say serve the Lord. But actually they are not. There are bhogis or yogis. They are all bhogis. What religion bhogi has? Just drama external, that's all. Thappa for fighting with other people. But internally they are not having any purification. They are not doing any purification. That religion is just a adambara, a show. So that is what we are seeing in the world today. Religion is not what Bhagavad Gita's Bhagavatam speaks about real religion. Savai pumsa paro dharmo yata bhakti adokshaje ahaituki apratiyata yayatma suprasidati. Real religion means ahaituki, without any cause. I am serving Krishna without any break. Not watching useless videos. Without any break I am serving the Lord. Ahetuki apratiyata yayatma suprasidati. And this kind of thing will give real happiness to the heart. And more people indulge in sense gratification. They will become more and more unhappy. What is the shloka from Bhagavad Gita for that? Yehi samsvarshaja bhoga dukkhayo nava evate. The same stupid laughter. When I move around, you see workers will be lying on the they are hearing that silly laughter. Dukkhayo nava evate. It is not happiness. It is actually sadness because they are getting trapped by entertainment. Adi antavanta kaunteya. This kind of happiness has a beginning and has an end. Natesha ramate buddha. An intelligent person will not delight in such kind of silly pleasures. Time is lost. No? You could have chanted some more rounds. Every video will take 2 minutes, 3 minutes of your life and some silly entertainment. You could have chanted Hare Krishna, correct? And in between they will throw some beautiful girl or a beautiful man, and then you are enchanted and you are increasing more and more bursts in the material existence. How fortunate you are, you came at the lotus feet of a great Acharya who is taking you to Krishna. But instead of following him, you're taking, see, you are suffering, no? You want to take shelter. You're taking shelter of Prabhupada books or you're taking shelter of these reels. You have to understand where you're taking shelter. I'm sad, I want happiness. So those who are intelligent, Nateshu Ramate Buddha, those who are Buddha means who have buddhi, don't take shelter of Ramante yogino anante satyanande chitatmani iti ramapadena parabrahma vidiyate. In the shloka, Prabhupada gives the shloka. But a yogi is anante. They want to drink unlimited pleasure. Satyanande chitatmani iti ramapadena. Therefore, one of the names of the Lord is Rama. Parambrahma vidiyate. And they want to drink unlimited spiritual pleasure. Same shloka by Rishabhadeva also. Nayam devajam niloke kashtan kamanarte vidbhujami. Tapo means don't waste your time in these things. Divyam is not directed by the acharyas. No. Uttarakayena sattvam shuddhayet. Instead of wasting time here, shuddhayet. See, when you know something becomes an addiction, you can't even finish your 16 rounds. Or they are finishing the 16 round in front. Cricket matches going on, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Then it will not have that effect. Tapo divyam putra shuddhyet. Shuddhikaran will not happen. Yasmad brahma saukyam tvanantam. And you cannot cheat Krishna. Where is your mind? You're chanting Hare Krishna, your mind has to be fully absorbed in the holy name. Brahma saukyam tvanantam. You will not experience the real pleasure of real pleasure. So now become a devotee, at least we should be with a cool head, analyze. See, I have today 3 hours with me, 4 hours with me, 6 hours with me. I do have. In these hours, I can serve Krishna. Won't that be so beautiful? Correct? 8 hours and at least everybody should have for sadhana. In that I can serve Krishna. 8 hours I am engaged in my own, activity, and 8 hours I am for sleeping. So I can do 8 hours, I can be engaged in service to Krishna, then mind becomes very, very blissful. Correct? And if you are more fortunate, we are not working, I can do work also for Krishna, then 16 hours. In 8 hours gone to the work. So whatever it is possible, we should actually try to save time from all directions. And drag the senses away from sense objects and put it on hearing. Find time to hear about Krishna. Save time so that I can read. Yesterday I was reading, somebody has sent the calculation, how many years to even read Prabhupada book once. I don't have my mobile now. Okay, how many years? If we are reading 5 pages a day, so many years it will take to read Prabhupada book once. And that is what people read maximum. You can read 10 pages a day, and Prabhupada said, you should read my books at least 6 times. Somebody showed a quotation, somewhere it is 3 times at least. Okay, 3 times. So where there is, if you get involved in all that, and each and every Prabhupada says about his books very interesting. His servant Shutakriti said, the Prabhupada used to himself read his own books. He used to say, I didn't write them, Krishna wrote. And he used to say, reading Krishna book, then he used to say, wonderful. And then few days he'll be reading. Anybody reads just even 1 page, his life will become successful. Anybody reading this book will get love of Krishna. He will say like that. And then Prabhupada opened Nectar of Devotion. He'll be reading for a few days. Again, he'll say same ecstasy. So wonderful is this book. Anybody reads this book is sure to become Krishna conscious person. Correct? Acharya himself is saying that. Himself he is reading. Correct? Same way then he is reading Bhagavatam a few days. So my God, each and every word is for the good of humanity. There's one famous lecture by Srila Prabhupada. There is no comparison, no competition for this. Each and every word, this Krishna conscious movement is a boon. Prabhupada says the word very strongly, is a boon for human society. What is it? A boon. Each and every word is good for the human society. No comparison, no competition. Therefore I say, please read this book, distribute this book, distribute this book. Prabhupada used to say that. Okay? So let us come to another platform. Instead of wasting our time, we have an opportunity. And you see this tricks of Maya, you cannot, you see, it is said here, Kama cannot go away, but Kama can be engaged. Instead of fulfilling our own desires, fulfill desires of Krishna. That's very nice. You have to just change whose desire. Presently we are busy all the time. You see what the mind is doing? We are engaging our mind to fulfill our own desires. Okay? Gross and subtle. We are busy. Instead of that, fulfill the desires of the Acharya, fulfill desires of Krishna. You feel so happy actually. And today Srila Prabhupada would certainly be happy. And then you also feel sense of fulfillment. It was so nice. Okay? The same way, if we can, Krodha, we can always say, why these atheistic people are nonsensical, no brain they have. Yeah, your anger is there, put it there. Anger cannot go away immediately, but direct it in the right place. Like Hanumanji burned the whole Lanka in anger. Nonsense king, what is he doing? And dragging somebody's wife here. I'll burn this whole kingdom. He burned that. Correct? With anger. But he's glorified for his anger. So you dovetail in the beginning. So similarly, you cannot fight against Maya. You have to engage yourself in Krishna's service. You cannot fight against Maya. We are not in that capacity. We are not in that capacity. But what we can do is ignore Maya and engage yourself in Krishna's service. And by that, gradually, by purification, gradually, the mind will get purified and life becomes successful. Okay, Hare Krishna. My time is up. So anybody has any bhajan, you want to sing a bhajan? Then after that, we can have some questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. May I sing?
Which one?
Jagannath Astakam.
Jagannath Astakam. So 365 days, 365 people should sing, Anna. That will be very nice. Yes, Mataji.
Gurudev ki jai. Kadachit kalende vipina sangita karabho Mudaviri nari badana kamala swada madhupa Rama sambhur brahma Marapati ganesarchita pado Jagannatha swami Nanapataga me bhavatu me Bhuje savye venu Sirasi sikhi pucham katitate Dukulam netrante Sahachara kataksham vidadhate सदा श्रीमद्वृन्दा वनवसति लीला परिचयो जगन्नाथः स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे महाम्बोधे स्थिरे कनकरुचिरे नीलशिखरे वसन् प्रासादान्त सहजबलभद्रेण बलिना सुभद्रामाध्यस्था सकलसुरसेवा वसरदो जगन्नाथः स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे कृपापारः सजल जलदा श्रेणिरुचिरो रमाबाणी रामा पुरदमलपङ्केरुहमुख इन्द्रियाराध्या श्रुतिगणशिखा गीतचरितो जगन्नाथः स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे रथारूढो गच्छन् पथि मिलितभूदेवपटले प्रादुर्भावम् प्रतिपदमुपाकर्णसदया दया सिन्धुर्बन्धो सकल जगतां सिन्धुसुतया जगन्नाथः स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे परं ब्रह्मासीना कुवलय दलोत्फुल्लनयनो निवासी नीलाद्रौ निहितचरणोऽनन्तशिरसि रसानन्दो राधा सरसवपुरालिङ्गनसुखो जगन्नाथः स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे नवेचे राज्यम् न च कनकमाणिक्यविभवम् न याचेऽहं रम्यम् सकलजनकाम्याम्बरवरम् सदा काले काले प्रमथपतिना गीतचरितो जगन्नाथः स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे हरत्वं संसारम् द्रुततरमसारं सुरपते हरत्वं पापानां विततिमपरां यादवपते अहोरी नाथे निहित चरणो निश्चितमिदम् जगन्नाथः स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथस्तुतं पुण्यमयः पाठित प्रायत शुचि सर्वपापविशुद्धात्मा विष्णुलोकं स गच्छति हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Any questions? Anybody has some comments? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Darshan we can give.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Prabhuji.
Hare Rama,
Thank you,
Rama
Prabhuji.
Rama.
Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Prabhuji, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Dhanapana.
Rama.
Hare Krishna.